Huh. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, but I kind of like that way. This is an impromptu video. I just need to talk. Uh, End of February, I had set an intention and a goal to move to Puerto Rico. Got to Puerto Rico with my two kids. Some mishaps happened. Dad came and got the youngest kid, so the middle kid stayed with me. The oldest kid lives with his dad in Columbus. This is a lot. You're gonna have to keep up. And stayed there for about 5 months. Yay, hooray! All through those 5 months, I was not earning income like I wanted to by doing the things that I wanted to do. I kept trying to pursue the things that I wanted to do, and it just felt like nothing was budging. And I had a buffer from the child support that I received. For two of my kids was mainly one child that was really cushioning my stay there. I feel crazy. I feel a little crazy because, I got a reading before leaving, telling me, if you, it was giving me a green light, okay? But I'm back in Cleveland now. This is my room. And I just got back maybe 3 days ago. It should be now. We came Thursday, maybe 4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today is Monday. And I don't know how I'm feeling right now. Also because I don't have none of my kids right now. By choice. I wanted them all to be with their dads. I needed some time to myself. Thankfully, I put my pride aside and unblocked my middle child's son. They all have different fathers. I unblocked his dad because he didn't make an effort to see him before we left to go to Puerto Rico. So that's why I blocked him. And because it's been an on and off occasion of playing with our emotions when it comes to seeing him. So when I did that, I asked him if he could spend a month with him. He said, yeah, actually, I would love that. I said, great. So now my middle son is off with his dad and his other siblings. And it's just me. When I tell you, when all of my kids left, well, when my, who left last? When my youngest left last, I didn't even feel no type of relief. And I don't know if it's because I've been hanging on for so long. I've been on autopilot for so long as a mom, doing this all by myself. Mind you, with hella other shit accompanying what I'm going through. And right now, I still don't feel relieved. I don't feel like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful break I'm about to have. I don't feel like, oh my goodness, I get time to be to myself and breathe. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why don't I feel relieved after, being so frustrated and so tired and exhausted and overstimulated, overwhelmed and over everything? Especially since having my last one who's about to turn 3 in August. So it's just like, I don't know the last time that I had a full break without, having no kids at all. And I don't think I'm really trying to pinpoint the timeline of that either. I just needed to talk. I don't have my therapist to talk to no more. I don't know why the disconnection stopped between my therapist and I. The person that I got a reading and a soul retrieval from, the disconnection has stopped, but like everything stopped when I went to Puerto Rico. The communications, when I needed someone to talk to the most through the things that I was going through, the loneliness and the being fucking day drugged and being homeless for a night, but very much so the loneliness. I had my mom to talk, I had God to talk to. And I'm not trying to pin this as like, woe is me. I'm just trying to make sense of everything, because what the hell? I've contacted both of these people through email and through Facebook and through phone, and I have not gotten no response back. And I'm getting to the point of why I'm probably about to cry, because I was sitting here reflecting today. I'm like, damn, it doesn't matter. I try to be a person that I care about self-development. I care about trying to maintain a relationship as best as I know how, with the little knowledge that I do have on that shit, and given my experiences with certain people. If I know that I'm wrong, I reach back out, I apologize, I do my part. But at the end of the fucking day, it always seems like people always strongly dislike me. And as a person that feels a lot of things to the depths, I can always feel the switch of energy, the shift of energy, when a person don't fuck with me no more, don't like me, have maybe like, anger towards. I can feel all of that shit. And sometimes it gets hard, right? Because I can be paranoid, I can be projecting, but it always more than likely proves to be true. How? Because when I extend, no one is there to meet me halfway. No one ever reaches back out. No one ever. And maybe it's driving me to the point of not giving a fuck, because I've been playing the phrase of damn if I do, damn if I don't in my head for the past 5 days. I get it. You can't please everybody. This, it takes, no matter how many times these messages are preached, no matter how many times these things are shared, it really takes a person to experience it on their own, so that they can finally get it for themselves, so that they can grow through these things for themselves. It's like you can listen to someone actively and always share certain, cliche, they're not cliche, they're truth. These truths, you can always listen to these truths, but it doesn't fully become true for you until you actually live it, go through it, and understand it for yourself, and then move forward with, okay, I can't accept this, or the boundary things, putting the boundaries in place, or being more discerned about when things change. Sure, have the conversation with the person and understand why, but don't be naive. What, I can't never remember which way to pronounce it. Don't be foolish. Don't be so blinded through your optimism, which is me. Don't be so blinded through your hope, through the potential. Don't be so blinded by that. And it can be very disappointing and very tiring, living these experiences. It can be very lonely. I feel a little lonely, but not too much, because that's just been the experiences throughout my whole life. People coming, people going. But as an adult, obviously, it's a bit more hurtful because, you know, people express that they want authenticity. People express that they want communication and openness, and these are all of the things that I've been focusing on. These are all of the things that I've been trying to give. Well, no, not trying, that I've been giving to people. These are all of the things, but maybe it's been to the wrong people. And I had to accept that. So right now, with me moving back to Cleveland, because I have all of my stuff, all of my things have been brought back with me, I'm at a place of knowing that I have vast opportunity and options. Hell, I can own a home in Cleveland and own a home in Puerto Rico, and I might do that. If I still truly in the depths of my soul desire this nonprofit that's been on my mind, I can have one here and I can have one in Puerto Rico and I can have one somewhere else. Because being in Puerto Rico for those 5 months really showed me how mothers are treated. It really showed me how much we need help. And don't get me wrong, people are not entitled to have open arms and open hands to give to mothers. And I don't know if my expectations was too high for that, you know. I mean, growing up as the youngest sibling, getting everything, knowing how favor works and everything, I did kind of have some expectations for people to be a little bit more giving to a single black mother. I always hear and see these stories of like miracles, you know, of people moving with less than $100 and then things just start panning out for them, you know. And that kind of happened, but then it kind of didn't. But that's why, that's a part of why I feel crazy, because I left with what, less than $50 with 2 kids. Mind you, I had the cushion of child support, but that was only coming the 2nd and the 4th week of the month. And the second child wasn't getting child support just yet. His just started rolling in every Friday, and it was only $37. Mind you, I'm still trying to follow my heart, to follow my passions, to build my stuff, while maintaining motherhood, while maintaining a whole new foreign life on an island, maintaining loss, grief. I lost my cat a month before. I'm not over that shit yet. I miss my cat. You know, your pets become your companions. They become family. I only had my cat for 4 years. And it was so sudden. I think what really makes me feel bad is not having the money to save him. All he needed was an emergency surgery because he had stones in his bladder. And I couldn't even afford that shit, but I could afford to put him down. That hurts. I started treating people the way that I was treated before friendship ended. That hurt me. I don't want to be like the people who have hurt me. It was not intentional. I thought that I was doing right by, you know, communicating with certain people. Hey, this friendship isn't going to work out. But I did the same shit that somebody did to me. And I didn't realize it until after the fact. But what did I do? I reached back out and I apologized for that shit. Because it wasn't nice. I don't. I hate to be treated a certain kind of way, which is why I'm constantly self-reflecting and constantly trying to work on myself and constantly trying to hold myself accountable, because it's just like, okay, we all have flaws. When I recognize and see my flaws, I try my best to reverse that shit. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't handle that. But I don't know if I got anything else to share. I feel like I was sharing that living in Puerto Rico for the 5 months was very eye-opening for me as a mom, which it still drives me towards my passion of having a nonprofit for moms with transitional housing, for those who move out of the States to Puerto Rico, or even who lives within the States, you know, and can't afford certain houses. Like, we only have so many programs, especially when you're in a situation and you're really trying to better yourself, but you can't get out of your environment. You're stuck. I don't know. I don't have too many self-reflecting thoughts on life right now, especially from a spiritual aspect. I don't. I guess I'm just at a point right now of accepting, okay, I'm here, but now what do I need to do? I am trying to refocus my clarity. So then with that, I'll be detoxing and developing my spiritual practices more, but with someone who can actually show me the things that I need to maintain, because I do love to practice shamanism. I feel closely related to shamanism more than African spirituality. Like, I think maybe later on that'll come back to me, but right now I feel more connected to my shamanic practices. I think that's all I got to say. Probably gonna, finish my hair. I've been braiding my hair, and then I'm going to maybe take a bath, maybe cry, maybe sleep. I don't fucking know. I mean, I got the time because I don't got my kids, and yeah, whoever listened to that little spill, thanks for listening.